The new crew chief for Ryan Preece is Chad Johnston, previously of the Ryan Stewart squads in 2014 and 2015. Although Stewart-Haas Racing's four-car lineup will mostly stay the same this season, the whole organization is undergoing major changes. 3 drivers will return from last season's squad, although 2 may be nearing the end of their tenure as regular contributors. Kevin Harvick has raced in the Cup Series for 23 years, and this year will be his 8th in a row with the number 4 car. The champion from 2014 returned to the winner's circle last season, not once, but twice. An error during the last pit stop at Bristol ended his championship hopes. Harvick, now 47 years old, is entering the last year of his contract with SHR. In the previous several months, rumors have circulated that this would be his last year in a professional NASCAR race. The winner of the 2007 Daytona 500 is still one of the most experienced drivers on the team and an integral part of their success. After Eric Almirola announced his retirement at the end of the 2017 season, his team sponsors urged him to change his mind. Despite not winning any major trophies with the team, the 38-year-old has been reliable and steady. One of Almirola's greatest assets is his ability to correctly set up cars, even though he has never finished higher than 3rd in any of his 417 career starts. Almirola's expertise in mechanical engineering has been crucial to the team's qualifying performance. Though it may be his last, he'll be back behind the wheel of the number 10 Mustang this year. It seemed obvious that Chase Briscoe would become a significant celebrity in the sport when he won the opening race of the season in Phoenix. To continue, he finished in the top 10 13 times, including 6 in the top 5. In addition, it was the first time he had ever come in first. By the season's end, he had amassed a 298-lap lead and advanced to the 8th round before finally being eliminated. Although his performance didn't exactly set the world on fire, Briscoe had a good second season. In 2023, the team will count on him to be more consistent, so he will work to make that happen. If SHR's current leader chooses to leave at the end of the season, Briscoe might step into the team leader role. The change made during the offseason came as a complete shock to everyone. Cole Custer's injury forced the number 41 Ford team to replace him with Ryan Preece. Custer's time at SHR could have gone better than it did. He placed in the top 5 in just one of 111 races, and that race was at Indianapolis. They expect Preece to make great strides forward. After 3 disappointing years with JTG Daugherty Racing, Preece was moved to the reserve driver list. It was clear that his demeanor and persistence had paid off. This is his chance, and he must seize it. One of last year's crew members is coming back for another season with Ryan's team this year. Today, the group made the official announcement. Chad Johnston's 2 years of service as Stewart's crew chief make him an asset to the 41 squad. In 2016, Johnston joined Chip Ganassi Racing with Kyle Larson, and the pair went on to win 5 races together. Together with his crew chief Preece, won a Truck Series race at the Nashville Superspeedway in 2021. The crew chiefs for the remaining 3 cars were Rodney Childers, John Klossmeyer, and Drew Blickensderfer. Custer has added Jonathan Toney to pilot its number 00 Xfinity team in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. A skilled crew leader is vital. While the holy trinity of NASCAR prerequisites for championship contention is well known, not every team has them. The driver always goes first, then the car or truck. The captain is the ship's last passenger, yet he plays a crucial role. Tony Stewart knows just how much he's done and appreciates it. Stewart's career in the Cup Series was quite successful. He won the title of champion 3 times. He has now reached the point in his career where he can put all of his training and experience to good use as the owner of Stewart-Haas Racing. The most recent selection made by Stewart and his colleagues demonstrates the importance of the crew chief position. Bob Pockras announced on Twitter that Chad Johnston, formerly Tony Stewart's crew chief, is returning to SHR this season as crew chief for Ryan Preece's number 41 Cup car. The team opted to hire Chad Johnston for a number of reasons. It's worth mentioning that Johnston has participated in the Cup Series for a while now. As a crew chief for Stewart in 2014 and 2015, he held this position. As crew chief with Chip Ganassi Racing, he was in charge of directing Kyle Larson's efforts. Johnston and Preece also had a very positive working relationship. Johnston was his crew chief when Preece raced in the Truck Series for David Gilliland Racing last year. During their time together, they were able to win 2 races. Since the new staff is the final piece in a significant change at SHR, they have a lot of work to do in a short period of time. Changing the crew chief so close to the start of the 2023 season is a huge choice. However, more changes are required inside the organization as a result of this move. Cole Custer piloted the number 41 car for SHR until the end of the 2022 season. Since Custer finished the season with just 3 top 10 results, they opted to adopt adopt a new strategy. SHR saw a drop in Custer in 2020, leading them to believe things were worse. The Truck Series' Priest was invited to come hang out with the gang. Due to the change in the driver, the crew has also changed. Therefore, Johnston removed Mike Shiplett from his position as chief. The remaining members of SHR go on in the same fashion. CBS acquired a statement from Greg Zipadelli in which he said, "It's amazing to have Chad back on our racing squad. He is already acquainted with Ryan Preece, and several of his previous employees are still there." Preece said that Chad has a terrific work ethic and fits in nicely. The crew chiefs for Stewart-Haas Racing's 15th NASCAR season will mostly be the same as in 2022, with the addition of two well-known individuals. Chad Johnston was Tony Stewart's crew chief in 2014 and 2015. He has rejoined SHR as crew chief for the number 41 NASCAR Cup Series team and driver Ryan Preece. For the number 00 NASCAR Xfinity Series team and driver Cole Custer, former engineer Jonathan Toney now serves as crew chief. According to SHR's chief competitive officer, Greg Zipadelli, both Chad Johnston and Jonathan Toney are highly qualified for their roles and eager to contribute to the company's growth. Both of them clearly know exactly what our program is about and how it benefits the people participating. It's great news that Chad will be back with the rest of the racing team. Because of his prior employment at this company, he is already acquainted with Ryan Preece and other staff members. Chad has a great work ethic and is able to fit in wherever. Jonathan has been an absolute rock, and his contributions have been crucial to the team's overall success. He's been around since the very beginning, and his experience means he can answer any question. Jonathan deserves this promotion, and we couldn't be happier for him. Johnston is a local of the Cayuga Indian community. He received his bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from Indiana State University in 2003. After competing for 2 years in the NASCAR Truck Series, Johnston made his SHR debut in 2006. He began competing for Evernham Motorsports in the Cup Series. After 4 years with the team, in 2009, he moved on to Michael Waltrip Racing. When Martin Truex Jr. hired Johnston to oversee his team in 2011, he was already in place. His original profession is that of an engineer. 1 win, 2 pole positions, 17 top 5 finishes, and 43 top 10 finishes out of 95 races helped secure Johnston's first job with SHR. After 2 years as Stewart's crew chief, Johnston was promoted to lead the 2016 season for Kyle Larson. Johnston and Larson won 6 races together during their 5 years with Ganassi. Johnston drove in the Truck Series for David Gillian Racing in 2021. He originally worked with Preece and won a Truck Series race with him at the Nashville Super Speedway. In 2022, Drew Blickensturfer became the crew chief for Almirola and the number 10 team. For the 3rd consecutive year, he'll be playing for Almirola. The Richard Petty Motorsports driver has Blickensturfer as his crew chief for the last races of 2016 and the whole year of 2017. When 2018 rolled around, Almirola moved from Richard Petty Motorsports to SHR. Since the series beginning in 2017, Richard Boswell has served as the series leader, and he will continue to do so until 2023. He'll rejoin the number 98 team and driver Riley Herbst for the next season as crew chief. In his role as crew chief for SHR, Boswell has been directly responsible for 9 of the series' 21 Xfinity Series wins, and his drivers have made the NASCAR playoffs for 4 years running, 2019 and 2020 with Briscoe and 2021 through 2022 with Herbst. Are you surprised by Tony Stewart's recent news? Tell us in the comments, leave a like, and subscribe for more videos like this.